Daniel here for Tabletop for Tuesdays and the two-player playthrough of Neuroshima Hex 3.0. And I thank you for joining me on Tabletop for Tuesdays for this two-player playthrough of Neuroshima Hex 3.0. I will be playing the Borgo faction on the right. Travis will be playing the Moloch faction on the left. And so we've gone ahead and set our bases here. When you set up the game, you're going to put your health markers here at 20. You'll shuffle your tiles and set them in a stack. You can do one stack. I do a couple stacks so I don't knock it down. You're going to need some of the extra tokens nearby and perhaps any class-specific tokens because there's something like 20 factions for the entire game. Now, these two factions here are the basic factions that come with the original game. And they're some of my favorite factions, actually. And so in Neuroshima Hex, you're going to be taking turns, drawing tiles, discarding one of them, and placing others on the board. You'll be triggering battles, buffing up your characters, and doing all sorts of things to try and get an edge over the other player. This is not a comprehensive tutorial, but I will try to explain rules as they go. These two spaces here are the bases. The headquarters. So the headquarters for the Moloch here has an initiative of 0. It also has melee attacks on all sides. That's what that triangle symbol there is. This other triangle symbol here in the circle means that it boosts any long range damage of characters adjacent to it. And then for the Borgo, it has an initiative of 0 as well, melee on all sides. But this one boosts the initiative of adjacent characters by 1. Only friendly characters, of course. And so on the handy dandy guides here, you'll have all the different units for each of the factions and what they do, how many you have in each faction's tile pile. And so the Moloch faction here has some armored enemies, some long-range fighters, a couple net fighters. I'll explain net fighters when they occur. There's a Gauss cannon. The Gauss cannon shoots things in a straight line. And they also have some of these tokens here. Specifically, they have an airstrike, which lets you target one enemy and inflict 1 wound. On the other side here, it shows the modules that you can have. There's a module here that increases melee and range damage. There's a medic here that will save a unit from dying. This one increases long range damage. The mother unit adds an extra action to the character that's modifying, and the scout increases initiative. Now on the Borgo faction, we have a lot of melee combat here. So we have the mutants, the claws here, brawler, the net fighter. Assassin is the long range one. The super mutant is melee and shielded, and then it also has a grenade, and this destroys a chosen enemy, a unit adjacent to the headquarters. On the other side, we have medic, officers that increase melee, super officer that increase melee and has 2 hit points basically, and the scout that increases initiative. All right, so on the first turn, the first player is going to go, and they're going to just draw one of their tiles. And the other player can see what they draw. And then you get to choose where you're going to place this tile and what rotation. Now, on this particular tile here, this has an initiative of 2, meaning it'll attack in the initiative 2 phase of the battle. And it can attack from these 3 sides here. So my first thing I want to do is I'm going to place it right here against the headquarters. And that ends my first turn. Now, the person who goes second for their first turn, they're going to draw 2 tiles. And then this is a push token here. And this one here has melee on all sides, as well as shielding. Now, shielding will block 1 range damage. And so with that in mind, I think I'm going to go ahead and place it right here. And so Travis is going to exercise the option to hold on to this tile for the next turn. And so what that means is when he's drawing his tiles next turn, he's going to draw up to 3. So in this case, he already has 1. He'll draw 2 more. And so now it's my turn, and I get to draw 3 tiles now. And it's going to proceed with 3 tiles for the rest of the game. All right, so my 3 tiles are right here. And I have a move and a battle and another battle. This is actually not a very good draw because that's 2 of my 6 battles that I have in this stack. And I don't want them used up right away. So first I've got to discard one of these here. And I think I'll go ahead and discard the battle. And then I'm going to use the move to move my base. So I'm going to move my base over here, away from Travis's character there. And I think I'm going to go ahead and initiate a battle. So at this point, what happens is you start at the highest level initiative on the field. So you look for 3s, maybe even 4s if something's boosted. But the highest level is a 2. And then you activate each of those characters. It can be in any order. It does not matter because every character will get to do as much as they possibly can on the board. And so what happens here is we'll activate this one here, and it's going to do a melee attack against the headquarters. So we can place a wound there to indicate that we've wounded it. And then this one's going to activate. It only has melee attacks, which means it only attacks around these areas here. And so since there's nothing there to attack, it can't do any damage and does nothing. And then the headquarters activate. And so this headquarters would activate, attacking these 3 squares. There's nothing there, that nothing happens. This headquarters activates and attacks my character here. And so that is the end of this battle. And at this point, my character gets removed. And 1 wound is done to the Moloch base. And so now I'm winning by 1 point. All right, so now it's Travis's turn. He's going to draw 2 tiles. He's going to go ahead and discard the push, because again, you have to discard 1 tile before you move on. And then I have these 2 here. All right, so the netter allows you to net a character, and it makes them unusable, basically. They can't attack, and so it's really very useful to net specifically bad characters that you can't deal with. And I think I'll go ahead and place it here, which allows me to net the base. And Travis is going to go on the offensive and continue to place. And we're going to place this one here. So it's going to attack the base and perhaps anything that gets placed there. And it's got an initiative of 3, which means it's likely going to act first in the next battle phase. All right, so now it's my turn. And I've got 3 here. I'm going to go ahead and discard this module because I too want to go on the offensive. And I'm going to place that one there and that one there. Now, check these out here. These show 2 melee symbols on there. That means they will do 2 melee damage on their targets. And so in particular, they're going to attack the Moloch base pretty hard if nothing gets stopped there. All right, so now it's Travis's turn. And Travis has drawn these 3 here. All right, so he's going to discard one of the pushes. And then he's going to use this push and target his headquarters. So the way the push goes is you can use one of your units and then target an enemy unit next to it and push it. It has to move 1 space away. So I can't target this one here to move it here because then it's not 1 space away from the headquarters. However, Travis can target this one and push it here. Now it's not attacking anyone. And so at this point, Travis is going to take this one here and place it here. Now, if you notice on this one, it has long range damage on both sides there. It has a shield, or armor is what it's called, to block long range damage. So it can shoot 2 directions. And at this point right here, it's aiming at the headquarters and at this character. Yes, you can shoot through your own allies to hit the enemy targets. You cannot shoot through enemy targets, so keep that in mind. All right, so now it's my turn, and I've got these 3 here. So this guy here is Net Fighter, and check it out. It's got 3 melee damage. That is absolutely horrendous. It is an awful, awful guy, and I don't mind using it on the base. Provides a very tactical damage. I did forget to discard one of these here, so I will go ahead and discard this one. And then I'm going to take this one here. It's a level 3 initiative, all right? It's got melee attack on those 2 spaces, And I'm going to place it right here. So it's going to target these two here, which are initiative level 2, which means this one will act before these two, doing damage and killing them before they have a chance to do anything. And then we'll go ahead and place a net on that headquarters. And now it's Travis's turn. Travis has a push again, but in this situation, that push is not going to really help. And so we're going to go ahead and discard it. So he's got another one of these. And he's got this one here. And so he's going to attack here, or place this one here, to hopefully kill all 3 of these. Note that this one can't attack this one because it does not have a melee symbol on that side. This one will still get to act before it gets killed, but this one will take care of all 3 of these. And then this one here, we'll place right there. Alright, my turn. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and discard this one. I will be using the battle, but in just a moment. So this one here, it has a shield on it. That means it can take 1 more wound than normal. So it takes 2 hits to kill this one. It also has double melee attack in front. And so we're going to set that right here. And then we'll go ahead and initiate the battle. Okay, so this is going to be a bigger battle this time. And we start with initiative level 3. So this one here has a 3, and we're going to attack these 2 here. It's melee damage, and so each one takes a wound. That will effectively kill them. Then this one here is going to attack the base, doing 1 damage. So now that we're done with initiative level 3, we'll go ahead and clear these. These get removed because they got killed. This wound here is done to the base, and now they're tied up. And now we're on to initiative level 2. So first things first, we'll start with this one here, and this one's going to attack all 3 of these. So we're going to go with 1, 2, and 3 wounds. This one here will attack back, because it is also initiative level 2. This one here is going to attack the base twice. That's 2 markers there. And this one will attack the base twice. 2 markers as well. And then this one here is going to fire. This one, it would hit this one, it's already dead, but it'll hit the base in 1 wound there. And so now we're done with the initiative level 2. We'll go ahead and clear all those. So 1 done to the base. These 3 are all gone. And then a total of 4 damage done to this base, bringing it all the way down to 15. And then this guy's gone. Now you see how the board just cleared right up? Alright, and so now we go to initiative level 1, which there was a net fighter here, and he would have done 3 damage, but he got killed earlier. And so that net gets removed. And now we're going to go on to initiative level 0, which means this one is going to get to fight back. This one's netted, so it can't do anything. But this one's going to hit. I won't even place the wound marker on this one because it'll die. And this one will get hit there. It has 1 wound. Again, with that toughness, it can take 1 more wound before it dies. Alright, so that is the end of the round there. And so now it's Travis's turn. And he draws these 3 here. Travis is going to go ahead and discard this one. He's going to place this one here. And then he's going to initiate a battle. And so we'll start at level 3 again. So this one's going to do 1 damage to the base. I'm going to skip placing the wound there because it's obvious what's happening. This one's going to do 1 more damage to this one, and that'll cause a 2nd wound, which will kill this one. And then we go on to initiative level 2. This one attacks here, dealing 1 more damage to that base. And that's the end of initiative 2. There's no initiative 1. Initiative 0, this is the only one. There's no enemy units in range, and that is the end. Alright, so my turn. So I have these here. I'm going to go ahead and place the net fighter there. Netting that again. And then I'm going to boost it. So this gives an extra melee damage. So now this one has 4 melee damage instead of 3. And I'll be discarding that. I should have discarded that first. Alright, Travis's turn. And so I will discard this one here. This is the Gauss Cannon. And now the Gauss Cannon has a special long-range symbol on it. It means that it'll shoot everything in a line. It also has toughness. But I don't think I'm going to use it right now. So it's going to be discarded. I will add this one to the board right here, which will end up doing 2 damage to the base. And then I'm going to hold on to that battle. Alright, so my turn. So go ahead and discard the move token. Now just so you know what a move token does is you're able to move a character one space, one of your characters, and rotate it if you'd like. But I don't need that right now. I will place this module right here. Even though this module is connected to the headquarters, it doesn't benefit the headquarters. Actually, I should probably place it sideways so that I could possibly affect another character here. And now this has an initiative level of 2 instead of 1. And then I'll take this one here and place it here so I can kill off these 2 before they do damage. Alright, Travis's turn. He's going to draw 1, 2. Alright, so we got to discard one of the battles. And I think we'll place this one here. I don't know if that's the best move right now, but I don't want that net fighter to do any damage. So we're going to also trigger the battle. And so we start with initiative level 3. This one here does nothing. This one will shoot the net fighter. This one is going to attack the base and this guy here. But this guy will attack these 2. And that'll be the end of the 3rd initiative. And so the net fighter gets removed. 1 wound to that base. These 2 get removed. And this one gets removed. The net gets removed here. And the only last thing to do at this point is go on to initiative 0, where this one will attack, hitting this one and destroying it. Alright, my turn. Alright, so I would like to use this grenade here, but I can't because my headquarters is netted, and in the rules it states that your headquarters can't be netted to use this. So unfortunately, I'm going to discard that. But at this point, I'm tired of these 2 here, so I'm going to place this one here and hopefully kill them off. And then I'll place this one here. I would have liked to place it here, but it would have got shot by this guy before it did anything. Alright, Travis's turn. Travis is very happy about this draw. He's going to go ahead and discard this character. He's going to use the move to rotate this guy. Now you can just use a move to rotate, and so he's rotating him to be able to fire at the base. And then he's going to initiate a battle. Alright, so we've got initiative level 3 first. So this one does nothing, but this one's going to shoot, and it's boosted by the headquarters with 1 extra range damage. So it's going to do 2 damage to the headquarters here. This one's going to do 1 damage to headquarters here. And this one's going to kill off both of these. And that'll be the end of the initiative phase 3. So we remove the net, and 3 damage is done to that base, bringing it down to 12. And then for initiative level 2, this one's going to attack, doing 2 damage to that base. But the base will fight back during initiative level 0, killing him off. And this one does nothing, of course, sitting there. Alright, so now it's my turn. I like all these options here. I think I'll get rid of the medic. And I'll place this one right here. So it'll target all 3 of these. And on top of that, I will give it a bonus damage. Alright, Travis's turn. Now this one here is a nuke, and it basically does 1 damage to the space and all around it, but it can't be used on the edges. It can't affect headquarters, so Travis is actually going to hold on to it for now. So he'll discard this one, set this one aside, and place this one in play. Now this one here, if you notice, has 2 initiatives, 1 and 2. That means it fires on both of those turns, and it does have toughness. So placing it next to my headquarters here means it's going to possibly do 4 damage total, 2 for each shot because it's boosted by the headquarters. Alright, so my turn. I'm going to go ahead and discard this move token here. And I could not be happier about these. So these ones here, they're level 3 initiative, and they have the ability to move on my turn. And they can move once. But if I place this one here, it's going to have an initiative level of 4. And I'll place the other one here for now. Hopefully we're going to just destroy that guy. Now it's Travis's turn. He's going to draw 2 here. And boy is he happy about what he has here. He's going to discard the medic He's going to place this one right here, increasing the damage of this sniper even further. And then he's going to nuke this spot right here. So it's going to do 1 wound to this space here and everything around it, including his own character. But the nice thing is his character has toughness, so it'll take 1 wound and still survive. But these two die. Perhaps I should have thought better about the fact that he had a nuke in his arsenal, but that was my choice. So now it's my turn. I draw 3. And I have a battle. So I'll discard one of these. I'm going to place this one right here. And there's 2 reasons why I'll do that, and I'll show you after I start this battle here. So, we are on initiative level 3. If you remember, my base has +1 to initiative to things next to it. So this is an initiative level 3. That means it's going to attack this one and do 1 damage. Also, it's going to block the shot from this one, which would have done 3 damage to my base. But now it's going to shoot and hit him instead. And I just put 1 wound there. I mean, that's all he can take anyways, but no extra damage goes past. Of course, this one also would have fired here. I probably should have moved him into position, maybe here to kill that one, but that was my mistake. Nevertheless, that is the end of initiative 3. Now, initiative 2 is going to go on. So this one here is going to attack this one. First of all, I got to remove this one and this one. And now this one's going to attack all 3 of these here. 1, 2, and it's got double damage here, so that means it's going to hit the base for 2. Look at that. Pulled ahead by 1 point. So these are all gone. And then with the initiative level 0, this one's going to attack back and kill him off. Okay, we're nearing the end here. So now it's Travis's turn. So Travis is going to get rid of this one here. Place this one here in case this guy tries to move there. And then place this one here. It'll kind of block this from being used and perhaps boost something, and we'll see. So now it's my turn, and I'm drawing the last 3 tiles of the round. And so when you draw your last tiles, no more battle tiles can be played because it's going to go into one final battle. The other player gets 1 more turn, and then it goes into the final battle. So there's no point in me having this one. That's the one that gets discarded. So now I need to place these into play, and I'll go ahead and place this one here. I'll place this one here. I'm going to actually move this one here because, again, I can move. That way, if Travis decides to put something here to kill this guy, I can fire at it. Now Travis gets to draw 3 tiles. He'll have some tiles left, but this is the end of the game. So Travis is going to discard this one here and then place this one right here. Then he's going to use push with his headquarters and push this one away. And since he's pushing away my character into 2 possible places, I get to choose where. And I'm going to be pushed right here. Alright, so now we go into the final battle. And it's going to be initiative level 3 to start, which is this one here. And that's going to do nothing. Then we have initiative level 2. And then this one's going to attack this one for 1 damage. But it won't be able to kill it because it has toughness. And then for initiative level 2, we have this one here. It's going to do 1 damage to the headquarters. And then we go on to initiative level 1, where this one's going to attack, hitting this one for 2 damage from the boost, tying it up. And then the initiative level 0 is going to happen, and the headquarters is going to attack this one and kill it. And that will be the end of the final battle. And so at this point, we are at a draw. And what happens here is each player gets to take a final turn. And if you don't have tiles, you can only use abilities on your cards or on your tiles. So I can only move this one into play, and I will place it actually right here. But Travis, however, has 2 tiles and he gets to draw both of them and use them. And so he'll go ahead and place that right here and that right there. That's a medic, of course. And so we go into the final battle here, and we're going to start with initiative level 4 because this one's boosted by the headquarters. So it's going to do 1 damage here. Now, with a medic, the medic gets discarded, and he ignores all wounds from that attack. So he does not take the damage. This one, however, will attack it and hit it for 1 damage. And then that's going to end the level 3 initiative, killing off this guy. And then we go to level 2. There's no level 2 initiative. Level 1, this one's going to shoot, hitting him, killing him. And that's going to end initiative level 1. And that's going to end that battle. And so after all that, we end the battle with 10 hit points each on each headquarters. We went through the tiebreaker. There was still no change in hit points, and that's going to end in a complete draw. Me versus my alter ego, Travis, and we draw. And so this has been a 2-player playthrough of Neuroshima Hex. Ask me any questions you like in the comments below. Please also like and subscribe to this channel if you like the content you see here. I thank you very much for watching Tabletop for Tuesdays, and have a great night.